my LLC just got suspended. Now what? So in this video, we're going to be talking about that scary moment when you get the letter from the Secretary of State saying your LLC has been suspended and maybe it's even been administratively dissolved. And we're going to discuss what to do in that situation. My name is Bobby Casey. I am the founder of businessanywhere.io. Our company does U.S. company formation and registered agent services in all 50 states, plus the territories. We help with your company compliance. We help with opening bank accounts, bookkeeping, tax filings, pretty much everything when it comes to getting your business started and maintaining legal compliance. So in this video, we're going to be talking about what happens when you get that dreaded notice that your LLC has been suspended. Sure, maybe you just missed a letter or you missed an email to renew. Maybe it was only a $50 fee, but now you got this scary looking letter that your company's been administratively dissolved or it's in inactive status or something like that. Depending on the language with the state, you can't access maybe your bank accounts. In some situations, you can't legally sign contracts and you're kind of stuck. What to do? So don't be too afraid. Like these types of things, they are solvable. Yes, it's going to cost you money. You will probably have to pay some late fees, some penalties, maybe even a reinstatement fee, but it's not the end of the world. Don't freak out and don't be concerned that your business is ruined and everything's dead. No, all you have to do is you need to contact the Secretary of State, find out what is going on. Do you need to certain states have a grace period, you might still be within the grace period, and all you need to do is just pay the renewal fees and file your annual report. Maybe you missed paying the franchise tax in certain states, like Delaware, for example. Maybe you forgot to pay the franchise tax. So you need to pay that. I will say in Delaware, if you're late even one day or you miss the franchise tax, you will have penalties and they are kind of expensive. So it can get pricey if you miss the deadlines. We recently had a client who had some LLCs and they moved them over to us. And the whole reason they moved them over to us is because they regularly miss their renewal dates. They regularly miss their deadlines. Their registered agent wasn't sending them notices. They had to maintain it themselves. They would forget, and then they would get a notice from the Secretary of State or from the registered agent that they had to pay the fees, but they would miss them. And this particular client ended up having a lot of late fees and a lot of reinstatement fees. And so they ended up moving all of their LLCs over to us because our platform fully automates the whole process. So if you register an LLC with us, let's say, pick a day, April 1st. Well, next year, before your deadlines for renewal, and they vary by state, but you're going to get a notice at some period, usually 14 days before the deadline for the renewal period for that state and for your registered agent service, you get a notice from us telling you that you have an upcoming renewal. Once you get that email, if you want to renew your business, you don't have to do anything. You can delete and ignore the email. If you don't want to continue service with us, you need to log into your dashboard, hit the cancel button. If you need to dissolve the company, all you got to do is log into your dashboard, click the dissolve button. Very simple. But if you don't do anything, what we do is fully automated. We pay your state fees, we pay your franchise tax on your behalf, we file your annual reports. Everything is done within our system completely automatically. So if you're looking for that type of service where you don't have to worry about anything and you can focus on your business instead of the legal compliance side, we can take over as registered agent, or if you need a new LLC, that's the way we operate. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to us at businessanywhere.io, where we do U.S. company formation, registered agent service, state compliance to keep you legal. Have a great day.